Okay, first things first here, I have a little thing going on. I want to give a shout out to Darren Santos. I don't know where my camera's pointed at, but right here, I seen this video and got the idea, and I think I have a little improvement, but anyhow, I'll talk about that here in a second. But anyhow, his
little accessory that faster.
Don't want that. I was looking for his, there it is. Right here's his page. So, anyhow, you guys can go give him a like. But if anybody even watches this, nobody watches my stuff. Anyhow, I found this screen works a lot better. It comes not with this on the back. That's how I have it modified right now. But as you can see, now this is the old it's the older version that's not quite as good on my Whoop, but Walksnail. Anyhow, there's my little Whoop. But as you can see, it works great. It's already overheating, so I'm going to unplug it. Took me a minute to set up. I started out with the stuff set up here. I could probably power cycle this to get the VTX screen up. But I think this is actually a touch screen, but I believe I could tap power in. This screen has a plexiglass midsection. It's half plexiglass, and that adds a lot of weight that can be removed. But the bottom portion of the screen is much sturdier than that other one that Darren had shown. But for these 4 screws, take it off. And the way the screen is, it's got a metal backer with 4 posts up on the back that can mount. And I believe somebody could 3D print something that would latch directly into the goggles that just would screw onto the monitor. And then while you have it open, I think you could hack in and solder and install a BEC on the inside of it, so you don't have to even worry about using the power plug. And I have this is a long cable, but I have the HDMI cord. I have one ordered that is a short ribbon one, I think a 15 centimeter ribbon one that goes at a 90 to where off the side where I can just run it up into the VTX. And then I have a normal short 90 cord that's just the HDMI to the mini. And anyhow, to work with my VTX, I believe this will work the same with HDzero. I do not know. I don't have HDzero. I don't have that kind of money. I got the VRX as a combo deal when they were, it was like $170 for this and that. Ooh. Yeah, it's so warm, the hot glue I have on the plugs was melting. I left it plugged in too long. Anyhow, show how I hacked this, and I'm hoping, I'll go ahead and unplug that. I don't need that no more. Sorry, my videos suck. I'm not a video guy. I just like flying. So, but anyhow, hopefully this will help them. Sorry, but I've been sick for weeks. Pollen was really bad this year, and I got a bad ear infection that spread everywhere, and I was sick for a long time. But right now, I put 2 screws through here, and I had to put foam, UX cell foam, to seal up the light leaks. But when I had the fiberglass out, I cut a chunk of the fiberglass off, so these little screws will catch into it. I don't know how to AutoCAD at all. I've tried several times, and that's above my pay grade. But so I just kind of made these little plastic pieces. They're somewhat flexible, and those screws do most of the holing because your strap's pulling like that on it. If you pull like this, it will pop out, but it takes quite a bit of effort. But anyhow, that fits on my face great. I did have to put a little foam for the light leak around the nose. And anyhow, this has the double mirror system that shoots out And as Darren had said, I got mine off eBay. They're like $15.99 or something like that. But it has the double mirror system. Just being outside, it's already got dust flu in it. Not dust, it's probably that pollen crap from the trees. But anywho, I think that's it. I wanted to show. I mean, the screen fit in there perfect, side to side. It would shift like that a little bit, but if somebody 3D printed something, like I said, there are little standoffs welded to a metal plate on the back of the screen, and they could use that to mount the plastic. They could leave a little room where you could put the BMS in it, or have the plug like Darren had on his. I just think we should be using this screen with a better adapter than what I have. Mine is hacked together. I'm not the best. I tear stuff apart and hack into it and make it do what I want it to do. If you see my last Sky Zone video on that monitor, which is terrible, it's pretty bad. But anyhow, I just really would love to see somebody 3D print something more official. You know, the 3D print would just be the back cover. That's all I have to print. That snaps in here. But then modify it. I could not fit this into that one that Darren had on his. I found it on Thingiverse and printed it. And anyhow, this I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I think there's enough room that you could 3D print the one around it. Maybe even make it out of TPU so it's like bump proof or something, and the TPU seals up better or something. Maybe. Anyhow, this was just the idea I had. I just wanted to show that I bought one like Darren's, but it was not the same exact one. I think his was not on there at the time. And the one I had, it was just all at the bottom of the screen. The screen said it was a horizontal screen, but it was a vertical screen. So the same company gave me the link for the one that I think it was Darren's, that has the horizontal. I got it, and it quit working after it was powered on for like 15-20 minutes. So I had to send it back. And anyhow, this one popped up, and it was only like $37 plus shipping. Or no, I forget what it was. Yeah, it come up a little over $40. It was like $42, and but I've left it on for a long period of time. I haven't had any problems. I think the metal backing works like a heat sink that keeps it cool. That could be an issue. So anyhow, I just literally made this video. I'm hoping that those other guys see it, and somebody can come up with something better. If they get this, if they can come up with something better. But if you figure that's $40, let's say $60 for the screen and the goggles, and then a cable you can get on AliExpress for like $5. So for like $65, then you buy if you get on eBay, you can, or well, even Walksnail has a combo deal. But I mean, you can get into this Walksnail digital system and of course you can buy the different combo with a different camera for anything. But I think these are like between 120 to 104, or I'm sorry, 220 to 240, depending on which camera you get. It may be even more now that they have the moonlight. But these work really good. Now I run different and longer antennas on this, but I've had no issues. Our last several updates have cured a lot of the problems. They kind of go back and forth, but I've been really happy with Walksnail. The only reason I did not go with HDzero, because I'm extremely latency sensitive, is that HDzero doesn't have onboard recording, so you get the pixels and stuff. It's not really usable footage. I started with the Whoop because that's what I wanted. I wanted something tiny I could fly around here. at my home and actually have something that I can show to my friends and family than other than the poor quality analog. I still like flying analog better. Actually, I made the analog version with did the E-Sheen thing with the Achilles thing on it, and those are great. I got to redo my BMI adapter. When I 3D printed it out, it wasn't the same as my old BDI adapter that I used to use with my old Vision Plus goggles like 7 years ago. So anyhow, I don't even know when did I get that BMI? I think that was around 2018 or something like that. I got that BDI that the module would plug in and came with the cables and stuff. But anyhow, the 3D print I printed didn't work right. I got to redo that. So I didn't bring them out to show in this video that I did the analog version of these. But yeah, I bought 2 sets of these goggles, and I think they're $15.99 on eBay, or at least they were. But if you want the cheapest way to get into analog, I believe this is it. And I think this will also work with that open IPC thing that I see. I'm not a real fan of that because of the way they're doing stuff. I mean, it looks like it's cool, but I don't think it's consumer ready yet. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. I don't like the feuding stuff that went on with that, because I follow all this kind of stuff. I'm a huge bot grinder fan, and anyhow, I watch them, and I watch Mads Tech and JB and all of them. But some of us are very poor and live off of a couple $100 a month. So I only have a little bit that I can add here and there on stuff. I'm the type that does everything as cheaply as possible. I mean, my phone, I paid $100 for it and then sold my old phone for $100 and upgraded because I needed a 5G phone. I think it's a Motorola Ace, but I think I paid $128 with the shipping, and sold my old one for $100. So it was pretty old. So that's just, I'm a budget guy. I got to do everything as cheap as possible. I wish I could support other people and stuff, but I can't, so I never expect anything from anybody. Like Spider Sugar's video, I actually won a HDzero VTX from him, and I was like, no, I was trying to, the whole time I'm like, I never filled out the proper stuff. And I was like, no, give it to somebody else, and somebody else won it. It was funny. It was one of his live streams like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So, but it was right at the very end of the thing when he was doing the giveaway. So hopefully the sound is a little better. I'm trying a different, I put foam around this. Hopefully the banging wasn't too bad. I'll see when I go to put this video together. I'm just learning to do video editing and stuff. So all I could do before was add a song. Then learning to cut up the videos and everything. So hopefully this video is not too bad. I know I'm rambling. I ramble. I take a medication that makes me shaky and wiry. So sorry if I annoyed you, if you even stuck around this long. So anyhow, happy rippins, guys.